Get me a water, boys. I went live, so y'all talk amongst yourself for just a second.
All right. Daniel, how long have you been arm wrestling?
A little over 3 years.
Okay.
I had my first amateur tournament October of 2020.
Awesome. Right during COVID.
So. Yeah. It was over in Pittston. Tom Simcoe was running it. He did a collaboration with Urban Arm Wrestling.
Okay.
It was definitely a fun, eye-opening, and humbling experience. I was a big boy there too. My first when I got into the sport, I was fairly heavy, and I was over 270 pounds, give or take, and I didn't want to compete at that weight class because I knew I was going to get my arm ripped off. So, cut down to about 210, 215, 220, somewhere in that range. Competed there, still didn't do so well, and used actually the weight classes as weight loss goals, and climb my way down through a lot of different trials and tribulations. Though with that,
I feel you. Whenever I started back in 2014, I weighed like 330, 340, somewhere around in there, and I really couldn't compete with those guys. They killed me. I dropped down I got to the 242s, and I was okay. I was doing the super heavies whenever I first started. Got down to the 242s and wasn't too bad, and kept dropping. Got to the 98s and found out that I was nowhere close to where I needed to be there. So I went back up. So I feel your pain on the weight loss thing there. It's a touchy subject. I get it.
It's definitely, I got to tell you though, arm wrestling gave my weight loss an actual legitimate direction. I didn't know what my ass from my elbow when it come to losing weight, and before I got into arm wrestling, I was no better than just a slob on the couch type of deal. It was the first thing. I used to joke, my belly was the first thing that entered the room and the first thing to exit a room.
That's fun.
It was definitely a shameful time of bodily appearance.
Yes, I feel you. I do. I get.
Hey, when did you pull Kevin? At what event was that?
That was of his dog fights over in his garage or in his backyard rather. That was August. Yeah, it was in that down there. Flew over there for a quick turnaround. Got that first pin on him. I actually was pretty gassed up by that. Head up in the clouds. And I said, I got to win on freaking Kevin Palco. So definitely let it get to my head and did not make any of the necessary adjustments. He made all the necessary adjustments, and his skill and experience showed that day much better, and I learned a lot.
Yeah, I pulled Kevin a couple times, and like you, I got the first win on him, and I got ecstatic about that. But he did have a super match that day. But then we pulled again in the round robin, and we had a pretty good war, and I ended up fouling out. So yeah, but
happens, man.
He's a fun one to pull. Like,
yeah, he's strong. He is stupidly strong.
Usually I don't like going into them, grinders, but like for some reason when I pulled him, like my style of hitting outside was able to get outside his hand a little bit to combat him just going straight into a hook. So it was a fun match, even though I fouled out.
One of the things that I learned about myself is he kind of goaded me in the second round.
Yeah.
Because I actually had a pretty strong top rope with good position, and I was expending a lot of energy to hold it though, and he saw that, and he was in good positioning. We were pretty, I'd say, even, and he's like, we got a long day. You sure you want to be doing this right now? And I let him get into my head at that moment in time. And so I went ahead and tried to jump into a hook with him. Dumbest thing I think I've ever done on an arm wrestling table of late. And yeah, don't jump into a hook with Palco, especially when it's not your A game.
No. So where are you from, man? Exactly.
Deer Park, New York. That's a little town on Long Island.
Okay. Okay.
For about 40 minutes, 45 minutes east of Manhattan.
Heck yeah, man. That's what's up. Who do you train with up there?
So I got my own team, Primetime Pullers. Meet up twice a week over at my buddy's garage. It used to be here in the pit, but we outgrew, which is a good problem to have. My buddy opened up his garage, the bunker now. We have between 15 to 20 people showing up, all different people walks of life, all new up and comers as well. Some of the guys who started with like Steve Black, he gave me a lot. Paul Lynn gave me a lot to base everything that I do off of. And I met up with them early on because I was like, these guys know what they're doing. I need to know how to do it the right way so I can, bounce off of that.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man. So are you like, who are the guys that like, are they heavier than you? Or are they around your weight or?
So all the guys I train with, for the most part, are actually heavier than me, with the exception of two. I have a 19-year-old that he's a little lighter than me, and then a 55-year-old who's a little bit lighter than me as well. But I'm guys in my club.
Heck yeah. What's your weight right now?
I weighed in at 157 this morning.
Okay. I feel you.
I'm not trying to be lean, but it's just the way it is now.
Yeah, that's how I am, man. I can just eat all day and step on the scale, and I lost a pound. I don't know.
It makes no sense now.
It's crazy.
Years ago, it makes no sense now.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. So who's on your radar now?
So I actually had a match with Caleb Velasco over in California.
Okay.
Caleb Ardmender. He strong low hand top roll. I actually met up with him at Olympia earlier this year, and not Olympia, sorry, Arnold earlier this year, and had a little bit of a war with him. He definitely had everything in the setup that I did not know to have. I know differently now, and I think I have what it takes to not let him get any of those advantages anymore. So
Yeah.
that's my first on the list.
I want to pull Caleb too, man. Like me and him have similar styles. I have a long arm. I feel like we're about the same height. We pull the same. So I feel like me and him would have a crazy war.
Those long arms are difficult to work with for us short arm folk. I'm a T-Rex.
Well, like, you look at 54 guys, and usually it ends up more of an inside with the top guys. You know what I'm saying? So it would be cool to see two outside guys just go at it. Oh, yeah. Where are you guys pulling at?
We're going to be actually pulling Puerto Rico. So that's part of.
Oh, man. Nice. That's what's up.
In January 27th, at the launch of the Puerto Rican Arm Wrestling League's King of Puerto Rico tournament, I got to match up with him there.
That's sick, man.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean,
what day did you say that was on?
Sorry?
When did you say the date was?
January 27th.
Heck yeah, man. That's what's up. Yeah, I talked to Manolo yesterday, and dude, he's a cool dude, man, and definitely going to try to maybe get with him in the future, see if we can throw something down there, man.
That would.
I'm not sure you saw the announcement yesterday on his channel, but he's launching with the help and guidance of from Florida. They're launching a Puerto Rican Arm Wrestling League. And
yeah, I saw that.
Super exciting.
I saw that post today on Facebook. That's pretty legit.
It's going to be amazing. Listen, I'm excited to see unity amongst the sport across the board. That's all I can say about it.
That's what it takes, because one promotion is, dude, we're not rich millionaires. One promotion is hard. So it's like, it's going to take multiple promotions to come together and just put something big together and put their egos aside, because it's not about us as promoters. It's about doing the best for the sport, And like, if we want to get to that UFC top level, which we can, we definitely can. We have the stars to do it. It's going to take everybody to come together as promoters, because, if your budget is giving away $5,000, right, at a tournament. Okay, now imagine you got 5 promoters putting up $5,000 together. That's a $25,000 tournament. You know what I'm saying? So, and then imagine one where there's 20 promoters together. That's how you do it, man. And like, I don't know. We're on our way though, man. I feel like it's getting more unity, and like, I don't know. I feel like it can do something pretty good.
I think we're like right around the corner from that, to be honest with you. And to Manolo's point with what you said with the tape that you guys are running being something different, being appealing to the crowd, I love that. I love those round robins. It was probably like one of my new favorite things to watch.
Yeah.
And I go back and I rewatch them because these guys are the top guys. So you can learn so much from their setups all the way to how they grind it out. It's an amazing library of information.
Yeah, and like just the fact that everyone pulls everybody, you know, and like, sure, you may be super tired, but I promise you, he's super tired too. Everyone has the same amount of matches, you know, and it falls different ways. Sure, not everyone's going to be the same. You can look at Kalen. Kalen had a war with Paco. It probably ruined Kalen's chances to get another 2 places, 2 or 3. But that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? You got to prepare for everybody. You don't know when you're going to get them, you know? But it's exciting. And, dude, we're 9 days away from the 98, and dude, every day I'm getting more.
Firework, man. It's going to be an epic fireworks show.
Yeah. So, talking about that, what are your, kind of predictions on that?
I already could tell you Merlot is going to be coming out on top. He is a strong, strong favorite. If you don't know Jason Merlot, you check that man out. Mr. Fishhead, bass curls for days. I love that dude. He is one of the strongest top rollers I've ever seen. I mean, I was seeing him at the High Five Club sparring with Devin, just, the after pull after that seminar. He looked connected and strong. Both connected and strong on a level that I was like, oh, man, 98s are in trouble all around. So after that, I'm going to give it to my boy Artem. I think Artem's going to be up there somewhere. And I think War Machine is going to be up there as well. He's somebody who kind of felt a War Machine, Adam Warzinski.
Oh, yeah.
Those are my top 3. It could be hard to be honest, but I honestly do think Merlot is going to be up top.
I think that's a good solid pick. At first, when I did my predictions, I kind of slept on him. And, because I never really seen him pull, And I watched him versus Nanastad, and I was like, hold on a minute. Let me reevaluate. So, yeah, I don't know. I can't call it, man. I've made predictions behind the scenes, and I'll my top 4 was Adam, in no specific order, Adam, Craig, Artem, and Robbie. But I see a million different scenarios where that could come out with anybody, and then Merlot being in that group. Hell, even Eli. Eli just won Worlds. You can't discredit that.
No, you can't.
I mean, he went over there and won.
And he's a bad dude.
And then there's other people that I'm not talking about. Eduardo, there's so many good people.
Eduardo's a beast. That is, I mean, he's had wars. He has also had wars with Merlot, and I've been there and watched them. And so, if Eduardo gets his positioning, it's all about timing and who's trained up better at the end of the day.
And that was, dude, that's the goal of the round robin. Create an event that no one knows the outcome. You know what I'm saying? Too many times do we send guys over to East-West, and I'm not talking bad about East-West. That's the best thing in the sport right now.
Agree. But
too many times do we see matchups that were easy. I got, you can predict the winner. And this, try predicting it. Try predicting it perfectly. You can't.
You won't. There's gonna be so much variation you can't.
if somebody, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'll say this live. You make a perfect bracket, I'll out of my pocket give a $250 bonus. A perfect bracket, make it, and I will pay for that because I'm that confident that good luck. There's no way, man.
There's no way. You couldn't even like seed it the right way.
It's so many like different combinations. You know, you're not gonna get it perfect. Like so.
No.
That's my idea with the event, man, and that's what I take pride in. Like,
I love the organized chaos because if you think about it, it's a little chaotic.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're throwing a lot of styles at once. You know, it's who's going to be clamoring up top.
And like from my experience, I pulled the 54 one, right? And it was just, and I know the heavier guys are different. They have different gas tanks, right? But we didn't really get burned out, right? These guys were pulling down to round 11 to figure out who was going to win it. It came down to Cody Wood and Roman and Hunter. Cody needed to beat Roman. If Cody would have beat Roman, then it would have been Hunter and Cody tied up, right? Also, if Cody didn't foul out to me, it would have been a three-way tie off the rip.
Oh.
So therefore,
it can go
because Roman lost to Dylan Burns.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They all beat Dylan Burns. It was just a crazy. So round 11, we're all like, at that point, I was already out, right? I knew I was taking, 7th, 8th, 9th, somewhere around there. So I'm thinking, I'm a spectator now, man. This is crazy. And it was, dude. The environment in that place was nuts. Chris can attest to that. It was, I tried taking it in from 3 standpoints, because obviously I'm promoting, right? I'm hosting it. I'm competing in it. And I want to know what it's like for the crowd. Bro, immaculate in all 3. And that's not me just trying to hype it up. Promoting it was so fun. Like the experience of sitting around with the guys at the press conference, bro, that was nothing like, that might be corny, but that was so fun. Like talking to them guys, hearing everybody's perspective, like on who they think will win. It was cool, bro. And then from the crowd standpoint, bro, I found myself cheering, like cheering for guys. It was just crazy, man. It was fun. Uh-oh, I can't hear you, man.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Connecting what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's like going to these events and being able to listen. Lorraine, you and I, and you're my worst enemy. But afterwards, I'm going to share a picture with you or just hang out and be my butt.
Yes, dude. That's what's fun about it, like after the tournament, me and Hunter, we hung out till like 11 o'clock, drinking beer, playing pool, and he just whooped my damn ass, you know what I'm and I accepted it. It's all good, you're right though, man. It's fun, man. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it in every standpoint. I love promoting as much as I love competing. Like putting these events together, like I come home from work not tired because I know what I'm about to put some energy in promoting this tournament. Like that's what I look forward to in my day.
Dude, your dedication is amazing. I mean, and you're young, right? You said, I think you said in the last podcast, you're 28?
28.
Dude, you're 28. You're full of piss and vinegar, and you have already a large repertoire behind you. So the sky's the limit for you. This is exciting to witness and to be a part of,
yeah, man,
your journey. So I'm excited to see you elevate.
It's cool, man. It is. So do you plan any hitting any big tournaments next year? Like what's your schedule looking like next year?
So as of right now, I'm planning on with my team, actually, the competition shirts that I'm wearing right now, we're going to be going up to Canada in November.
Okay.
We're going to the Ottawa Open. I got 6 guys with me. Most of them going to be amateurs. And we got the shout out to Troy Bounce Fit and New York Cryogen as our sponsors right now. you're interested in sponsoring, hit me up on my Instagram. We're going to be going up to Canada for both the pro and the novice division, and then come January is my super match with Caleb and the tournament there in Puerto Rico. And then in March, I know Manolo mentioned Team Puerto Rico being represented in an NAAF and WAF. There's an event in Mexico City happening that I'm probably going to be going there as well to help Puerto Rico. I am half Puerto Rican. For your viewers who don't know, I'm a Puerto Rican Jew. My full name is Daniel Santiago Schwarz, and I'm not fluent in Spanish, but I'm fairly connected with my heritage and the past. And my family still lives in Puerto Rico. My grandmother lives there, my uncle lives there, and I am actually starting to now find a reason to get more invested in learning how to speak Spanish fluently. Arm wrestling has provided that, and Manolo has provided that for me, which is an amazing thing. Shout out to Manolo.
Heck yeah, dude. That's cool, bro. So did you ever live in Puerto Rico, or are you always born here?
No, I lived in New York my entire life, but I would vacation very frequently. My family has property down there. As I said, I have a lot of family there that I go and I visit. So on a regular basis. So
this might be a dumb question, but do you have to have a passport to get in?
No, you don't. It's not a dumb question. Puerto Rico is actually a commonwealth it's a territory of the United States.
Okay, so, cool. Yeah.
Not an independent state or an independent yet. There are talks and communication about it, but at this point, it's still a part of the U.S.
Heck yeah, that's cool, bro. Like, that's awesome.
And I'm super excited to be a part of this. Is history is happening, guys. Like, Puerto Rico is gonna explode because they have some serious talent. I was there earlier this year with Manolo brought Devin down for the absolute right arm tournament. It's a pretty cool format. It's kind of similar to what Travis Bachin does. Is an open weight, but he only chose 8 people, and he did lightest to heavy, best of 3, 2 rounds, and finals was best of 5. I actually made it to the finals, and they had some seriously strong and hard people to pull that were fast, strong, and very, very talented. So I look forward to seeing Puerto Rico's scene explode from this.
That's going to be exciting to see, man.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be exciting to see.
I also wanted to mention because you said who am I going after? Communication with Cameron Williamson.
Okay.
I issued a challenge to him because I saw him perform over at the Cobra Classic. He had a super match against Jake Houston and beat him pretty bad too.
You beat Jake?
I'm sorry?
He beat Jake?
Yeah, he beat Jake. He beat him pretty bad. It was impressive, but I was like, I think I can hold that speed. I can hold more. And he's another one of those long forearm guys, and I against that because it's a challenge. And so I issued a challenge to him. He accepted. We're looking possibly. He mentioned something about Monster Factory being a possible venue. I don't care where I pull or who I pull at this point in time. The top 54s, that includes you, Lorray. I want to take anybody out at any place, any venue, anywhere, anytime.
Yeah, man. Heck yeah. That's how you gotta be. If you don't chase the people, then they aren't gonna come to you. Like, you gotta go get it. And to me, that's the top arm wrestlers you see. They go get it. Like, look at Artem. That dude travels everywhere.
Yeah,
he's one of the top dogs now. Like, sure, you can have your rare people that are just natural. But it's rare. You got to see the grinders. I'd probably get my butt whooped right now, man. I'm just being real with you. I'm a lazy dude. You can ask my teammate down here. I am lazy. I can't tell you the last time I've been in the gym. It's been years. I don't go to the gym. Like, I don't lift at all. Like, it's strict table time and that's it. And sure, it's got me so far, but I do need to elevate in the gym.
I got to keep on telling you that, but you won't listen.
Well, right now I got my promoter cap on.
We can do both. I promise. It's feasible.
This is my gym right here. Table time. I'm only doing pulley work. I'm not doing heavy. I have 40 if that. You know, I do 2 days of table time every day, just light resistance band work. That's all I don't go to the gym because I don't like the gym. I never did. You know, I didn't get into shape by going into the gym. I got into shape by doing things my way, and I get bored with the repetition lifts that I just get bored. My ADD wreaks havoc. So when I'm lifting something, I want to have fun with it. So I actually went out and got one of those tractor trailer times. I started flipping that thing around for core body strength because you're not gonna catch me in the gym deadlifting or squatting, but I around.
Yeah, that makes sense. My problem's freaking motivation, man. Like, dude, he'll call me and be like, "Hey, let's go." I'm like, let me find a way to get out of it. I'm just being real, man. It's hard. And my kids, right now they're at the age that I'm like really trying to hone in on. My son's 5, so he does everything that I do, which don't get me wrong, ain't a bad thing. He's out there doing push-ups and arm wrestling with me and Chris all the time. So he's next up. But, sometimes he don't want to do that. He wants to go do something else. Let me take him to the football field or, I don't know, play video games with him. But, I'm lazy, bro. If I ever applied myself, I feel like maybe I could ascend a little bit higher. But it's hard, bro. It is. Especially doing both, promoting and I know, like, sure, that's an excuse. I still have time to do it, but I don't know.
It does require a certain mindset, though, to promote and compete at the same time. I have one event a year, and it throws me through a ringer for like a month before and after. I don't know how you guys do this on any regular basis because I'm exhausted afterwards, and I was like, I don't envy you guys.
So it's fun and nerve-wracking all at the same time. I mean, butterflies, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it's crazy.
Me and Chris be talking in the morning. He'll call me in the morning before work, and he'll be like, "Man, I'm about to throw up. I'm about to throw up 9 days away."
Every morning it feels like.
But no, like, man, if you come to one of my tournaments, you'll see, bro. Like, I'll be running and doing brackets, and I'll grab the freaking camera and video, and then I'll be up there competing in the 54s and the 76s. And then if I need to ref, I'll ref. I don't care, man. I just like doing it all, And people are like, hire somebody. Quit doing all this. And I'm like, nah, man, it's straight. I like doing this. I'm cool.
Well, it's crazy. That's the thing. You've been doing this for a while. So, like, I'm just been into the sport, as a newbie type of deal. I'm trying to get grounding. Your existence has evolved with the evolution of the sport. So this is like this is your world.
Yeah, for sure. So you said you held one tournament. What tournament was that?
It wasn't a tournament. It's I hold an annual barbecue. I tried to do something a little different. I noticed a lot of arm wrestlers complain about pain and overtraining, and one of the things I don't hear enough and see enough on YouTube even is videos about recovery, like doing recovery practices that do not involve moving weight, and going and getting a recovery service and actually investing in yourself. And because not for nothing, we live in a society that we're conditioned to believe we have to invest in our cars and our homes more than our own bodies. And so I actually have this networking event where I have different wellness providers and different wellness services, massages, acupuncture, CBD, cryotherapy, float therapy, all different types of wellness services. And I raffle off different services to local companies and bring in people from all across the tri-state area to have pretty much a couple of challenge matches, day of challenge matches, and a big practice. And the first year had about 30, 40 people, second 50. Last year we had about 85 to 90 people. And it just keeps growing. I love it because it really helps expose the sport as well as the athletes to options on how to recover better and feel better.
Heck yeah, dude. That's a good little vision, man. Like, that's cool that you grew it to that many people, man. That's pretty awesome.
I'm a massage therapist. That's my career. I've been doing it for 15 years. And I've seen way too many walks of life just not take care of themselves. And if I can help my little corner of the arm wrestling world take better care of themselves to furnish a stronger athlete that makes the talent pool even stronger, so be it.
That makes sense to me, man. That makes sense to me. So do you have who's the big time promoters up there where you're at?
We got James Reed, Ryan Grondin, the '98. We got Steve Black with Empire Arms. Uh, you know, it's a bit of a free for all up here. It's like you'd be surprised. It's more like a Wild Wild West in the Northeast than it is in the actual West. You got
Yeah.
better organization from the outside looking in, at least. You have much better organization than I've experienced in the last 3 years. And that's why I find myself traveling to other tournaments and seeing and experiencing what you guys have to offer. Going to Olympia, going to Arnold's, and going to the Ohio tournament. Like it definitely had a different feel and an experience to it that I enjoyed and appreciated.
Yeah, for sure, man. And dude, honestly, if I'm just being real, our goal, we want to take our tournaments all over the country. You know what I'm saying? At no limits. Earlier, we talked about Puerto Rico. I talked with him last night. Maybe that's something that could happen in the future.
Ooh,
Let's come to New York. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to step on nobody's toes, but we'll come. You know what I'm saying?
well, not for nothing. Part of the networking event is also to highlight other arm wrestling entities, right? So one of the things that I like to do is I think the first year, NatFit, I bought a couple of things and I highlighted, James one of the events, and I just wanted to, talk to people about, hey, this is what's the, because not everyone's on the internet. That's the other part. Not everyone's on the internet, so word of mouth does travel fairly quickly.
Right.
And another major promoter in the Northeast that is actually killing it. They're doing a really good job. High Five Club. That's the one that I gotta tell you. They are doing a really good job. They're out in New Jersey. I'm sorry I didn't mention them before.
No, you're good. Hey, shout them out, seriously, because they're doing big things. They made me jealous, bro. When I seen the way they treated their pullers, I was like, damn, I hope I can at least live up to this because this is incredible.
They've been nothing but supportive of me and my events and my crew. And they've been so grateful for all the support we've given. Like, it's great. Even though New Jersey and New York does have a little bit of bad blood between us, we have some rivalries. I love those guys. They're my brothers across the border.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, the Northeast is so small in the aspect of size. You get down to the South and the West, those are huge states, right? But when you're up there with New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, that whole group should be a group, in reality. And imagine, like, there's some beasts up there. There's some dogs. So imagine if that whole place got unified. Dude, that'd be crazy, man. That would be insane.
It would be. It would be epic. That would be amazing to watch. Just got to make sure everyone kind of puts their differences aside. Everyone's got a different idea how to do something, but sometimes someone's idea might actually complement yours.
Oh, that's exactly right, man.
If you just communicate it a little bit more effectively and saying, no, I don't like your idea because it's not. Like, come on, guys. We'll work together.
You're right about that. And it's like, we had that problem down here for a little bit, but not to the aspect that I feel like y'all have it. But it just took, I don't know, like somehow we just forged together, and now it's like full steam ahead. Like everybody's on the same wavelength. It's just like, I don't know, man. Like the tournaments down here, everybody's together. You'll go to the Alabama tournament, everybody will be there. You'll go to our Tennessee State or Tri-State or any of these, everybody will be there. South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida. Like, we all show up to each other's. I don't know. That's a big thing for sure.
I will say there was a portion of time where that was starting to happen. There was an effort to do that up in the Northeast. A whole coalition was created, but, because of the fact is, if you create something like that, you still got to maintain your integrity. Like, if you don't like each other, you don't, or you have a ill will towards some behavior or whatever it may be, right?
Yeah.
You get it to the side for the better of, growing everything and the greater good, right? And that didn't happen. People's feelings got hurt or got involved, and it dissolved. And
here's the problem. I'll tell you the problem. If You want me to burn it down here? Real
Yeah,
quick?
burn it down, please. Yeah.
Let me burn it down. Too many people want the hey, I did it. I'm the one to put this together, right? No, it's me. I brought these guys. Too many people want that, bro. You got to step back and say, it ain't about me. You know, you can ask Chris. You know, when you hear a lot of people talking about these round robins, my name gets mentioned. I hate it, bro. I hate it. I tell Chris all the time, I wish that they would mention y'all in the same aspect as they mention me, because it ain't me, it's everybody. If it wasn't for Chris, it wouldn't happen. You know what I'm saying? He's just as much part of this as me, you know? So it's like too many people want to be like, I'm the number one guy, right? I'm putting it together. It's my way or the highway, right? No, put that shit aside, bro, and step together and throw the biggest, best events you can. That's what we're doing, man.
That's all you can do. You can't try to stand out in the spotlight. I mean, I really don't like the spotlight. That's why I stay quiet on these things. I really don't talk. At the tournaments, I stand back. I don't say anything. I just hang out. But I enjoy the sport, and I love meeting everybody. But you know, I'm not a very big talker. But everybody's got to get on the same wavelength, and you know, try to get along. You know, it's like a business, and you can't let your feelings get in the way of a business.
Exactly. Do you really think McDonald's really gives two shits about the drama that Burger King has in their back door? You know, they don't give a shit. They just go ahead and focus on pumping out whatever they're going to do because they know they can believe in their product and
Right.
have enough people that believe in their product that will invest in it. So believe in yourselves, guys. Work together, and you know you'll get a better result.
And
Sure.
All across the world, not just
yeah,
New York, not just Puerto Rico, not just in Tennessee,
correct.
everywhere, from like countries even, you know, with all this the strife between listen, I love East versus West, you know. I am an arm wrestler through and through. I will say I know it also is for specific viewership, the arm wrestler that is through and through. Why would you want to shut off the world from an arm wrestler who might be interested, who's a fan of another arm wrestler? I'm speaking like with Ryan, cutting him off and whatnot. And you know, they just creates too much divide. If I've learned anything about politics and life, the divide does not generate growth. If anything, it hinders it.
Yeah, and like to me, it's just you're 100% right. Like people see through that, you know, like. But I will say, you know, my uncle arm wrestled in the 80s, right? My dad arm wrestled in the 80s and 90s. It's always been like this, man. Like, that's why we never made the Olympics. You can ask anybody who was around that time. We had a meeting with the Olympics. Not me. I'm speaking as the arm wrestling community. Had a meeting with the Olympics. We don't have unified classes, right? We don't have any format that is uniform, right? That's the big thing, man. Everybody has their own sanctions, right? Well, there's 3 nationals or 5 nationals or whatever. At this point, let's make another one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
it's
turned
just
into a Me Too event. Everyone has an event now, and that's one of the things I love, though, is the difference that you bring to the event, because you don't the same style event. You know, I do like the difference of events because I do believe there to be room for it too.
no, man. This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
You can ask Chris. I've got a notepad full of so many different ideas and different formats that people might look at and turn their head sideways at first and be like, man, that might work. That might be crazy. Like, so many ideas. We're going to try them, bro. Why not? If they fail, they fail. But I'm going to try them because I just feel like, sure, tournaments have their purpose. So do super matches. But that's as far as we've progressed, right?
Yeah.
We're not a main stage sport yet.
What are your thoughts on having a tournament ranking from a super match ranking?
I've said it and said it. I've said it and said it.
Because they're two different creatures in my opinion.
100%, because I am 100. I'll go beat somebody in the tournament, and I promise you I'll lose to them in a super match.
The other happening in the other way around. I can lose them in a tournament, but I'll whoop their ass.
That's the way it goes, and you're 100% right. Now, I mean, keep in mind, our rankings guy is what? More than likely, he ain't getting paid, you know? So what is the incentive for him to really do the work other than for the better of the sport? But let's be realistic. How far can you do it for nothing? You know what I'm saying? I mean, arm wrestling's never going to be a business, right? But at the same time, I understand why they don't. It would be hard. But if you're going to legitimize it, do what?
I wouldn't say never, Laura. I wouldn't say never. I think we're laying down the foundation now.
Yeah.
And as long as we maintain all we're doing in Tennessee, but we got going in Puerto Rico and New York, if we're keeping consistently putting out good products out there, kind of what Brandon Morris is doing with Flow Arm and FAL, you know, having a nice buttoned up product that sell, we'll have partners instead of investors. I'm sorry, sponsors.
What are you doing?
There is something that Igor Mazarenko said. The sponsorship money is going to run out. It's going to run out. So you need to be a partner to keep this thing afloat and long-term investor. And we got to get to that point. And I think we're laying down that foundation for that, because the cleaner it looks, the less unnecessary, frivolous drama it has, it will become. There is some unnecessary drama. It is entertaining to a degree. I will say that it is, but it does not help. Some of the matches you see out there, some of the events you see, they get advertised like no other. It's like, guys, this is you're advertising this kind of like Kimbo Slice punching out, knocking somebody out in the backyard. Like, it's not. Yeah, it's still entertaining. It still has its value, but don't tout it like it's the NBA. Because it's not.
Right. No. And I think the big thing is, you know, if you compare it to UFC, right? And they, you know, you didn't have that stuff until, right, it reached a certain point. UFC really didn't blow up until who?
Conor McGregor.
I mean, the guys that really talked, right? Look where we're at now.
That's true, yeah.
Well, I'm not saying it's wrong, right? I'm not saying your opinion's wrong at all. You're right. I'm saying to build the sport, you didn't have those people, right? They built the foundation. Then they started getting one or two here, right? Entertaining. That's where we're at now with Devin. We have our entertainers, but at the same time, we just got to create household names. Not everybody likes the yappy yap, you know what I'm saying? But if you have a good persona and you have a good character, someone can relate to, right? Look at Game of Arms. Game of Arms 100% can be achievable right now. It don't have to be broadcast on TV yet, but we can do it behind the scenes, build it, then release the outside, you know, TV or whoever, Netflix, who knows, bro? Like, you can't tell me that you couldn't put something together with arm wrestling just as good as some of the stuff on Netflix. I watch this and I'm like, I can see a story where this would be just as entertaining. It's like, I don't know, create household names, man. Like, imagine if you saw merchandise sold in like Walmart or something, you know, with like Devin or like Kevin Palco or like Hunter Knobs or like,
that would be amazing. And maybe in a decade that will happen, maybe sooner. You know, I will say maintain out. Yeah, I love to do as well. I enjoy doing that because before I got into while I was a therapist, I actually was a corporate trainer, traveled all across the nation, and I was in that city for a week teaching the owner and manager how to operate their business. And they humbled me because I learned not all walks of life are the same, right? So you got to learn to adapt and evolve and because of that, it generated this new love to, okay, where do I find this new personality? Or how do I deal with this personality? Or how do I handle this situation? Holy crap, this is something I've never experienced. Maybe I got to bounce this off of a couple of my friends.
Yeah. I know what you mean, man.
I'm rambling a little bit now.
No, dude, I ramble on here all the time. I tell Chris, I'm like, man, I talk too much, bro. You need to talk a little bit more, you know? But like, I have so much stuff that runs through my head. I'm like, bro, why don't we get on here and talk, bro? Let me just spit this out into the public. The right person hears it. We can make this stuff happen, you know? Like,
Well,
it's all about putting content out there, you know, and putting ideas and just talking to different people and connecting everybody. Like, I've had a lot of people message wanting on the podcast. That's mind blowing to me, you know, like, that's cool. Let's go. I'll do this every day. You know, I don't care. I enjoy this.
so what do you do for recovery, for your recovery? I know you say you're training, but what do you do like after you've had like a heavy match or like a heavy duty day of training? When you do, what do you do to take care of yourself?
If I'm being 100% real with you, nothing as far as therapeutical, right? So my occupation is I work at Malibu Boats, right? I build the wiring harnesses, right? So all day long, 10 hours, I'm pulling, right? I'm literally grabbing cable and I'm pulling, right? So I pronate. I do all that with the wire. It's not a crap ton of resistance, but it's big, 500-foot spools that are rough to pull on. So I'll just pull that all day, 4 days a week. And honestly, that's my recovery, man. That's what I do. Like it builds blood flow. And then obviously get on the table and see if Chris get on the table and just pull around. I know when I'm ready to start pulling again because I stay sore for a minute. But I just naturally let it rebuild on its own, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't really ice or heat or anything. Every now and then I'll pull some bands, but very rarely. Now, at the start of the year, I was grinding, man. Like, we were really getting after it. I had a goal set in my mind. And, stuff comes up through life, and some things derail you and some things don't. And, I started the round robin happened with the 54 in May. When that happened, the 98s, they wanted on board. So we started putting things together. So I don't know, man. That's more so why I quit training hard. But yeah.
Training that hard, you're not abusing yourself. So you don't necessarily need the recovery per se.
Right. And, you look at my style matches, you go to the tournament. Typically, I don't get in grinders. I either just go real fast, I beat them fast, or if they get me in a deep hook and I hit a brick wall, I know I'm not going to, so I'll strategically not lay down, but, it's over quick.
Strategy in your game. It's chess, not checkers, right?
Right. So, yeah, I don't really. Usually I try to get on the after table after the tournaments and just wear it out because usually after the tournaments, I'm like, man, I feel like I can go pull another tournament. That's why I typically double class every tournament. Because I'm like, even if I take a loss, it's all right. I'll learn from it, especially pulling the bigger guys.
Losing.
And honest, if you look at Aries, my Aries 176 rating is better than it's better than my 54 rating. I'm ranked higher in the 54s, but I've got more wins and less losses in the 76. It's crazy.
That's funny.
What?
When I cut down to 54s by I originally was planning on being at 165. I was a 166er for a while. Actually, because Paul Italia, let me rewind a little bit. When I was 190 in my weight loss journey, I was actually kind of content being at 190, 185, and I was going to just get stronger there. And Paul Italia came to one of my practices, and he had a long conversation. We pulled for a while, and he said, dude, you have the frame of a much smaller guy. You really should consider dropping down.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
See, I'm 6'3". I might be one of the tallest 54s you meet. You know what I'm saying? So
Probably not.
realistically, I want to add weight, and go up to the 76s because I feel like with my frame, I could possibly be a better 76 than I am a 54. When I arm wrestle guys, like, to me, sure, I could use my long arm as an advantage, but with me not being in the gym, I'm good a certain weight, right? So when I have to come down and pull people like Mike Hitt, Paco, or Hunter Knobs, like, before I'm able to engage, my arm's so long, I'm already into their side of the table. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's hard. Them 54 guys, they got little short arms, some of them, man.
Well, I'm no different to that. I got short T-Rex arms. We just did a wingspan test for the team, and everybody's wingspan is actually longer than they are tall, with the exception of this one.
How
I have legitimate T-Rex arms. I have they're about 6 inches shorter than I am tall.
how many? What's your wingspan?
I think it was 63, 64.
I think my wingspan's like 73 or 74. No crap, man.
Little T-Rex arms.
That's crazy.
But so you were saying though about competing, pulling 2 classes and not feeling spent during the weight loss. I gotta tell you, man, I was noticing I wasn't feeling as energized, by the end of the matches. I was like, what the hell's going on? I go for practice for 3 hours, and after 4 matches, I'm dead. What's happening? I wasn't eating right. I wasn't consuming at that correct weight for this correct weight. Not thinking, I was like, oh, I need to cut, not eat, and putting myself through a calorie deficit that I just didn't have enough literal fuel in my tank. And now I gotta tell you, 54s, you're in trouble because I found the recipe for my tank.
That's good, dude. That's one thing I need to work on is eating. But I eat anything and everything. But like, I'm spoiled. Like, I don't have to worry about weight. I'll eat 3 burgers and come in and weigh less than I just did. It's just. But in the same time, I know that affects your performance. I know it does. Like, I haven't had caffeine in 10 years.
Wow.
10 years, no caffeine. I just quit all of a sudden. I was getting kidney stones, and I thought me drinking a lot of sodas was causing that, and so I was like, I'm done. I'm done drinking sodas. So I'll have a lemonade or apple juice every now and then, but I'm strict water only. No anything, no Gatorades, no Powerades, just water, juice, like real juice, So I did feel a difference doing that, It was crazy, but it didn't help my kidney stones. I get them all the time still.
Cranberry juice helps.
Yeah.
Cranberry juice, so make sure you have lots of water.
Yep. It's tough. They're rough, bro. Worst pain I've ever felt.
But to your question earlier, though, about my schedule for next year, after March, I'm a free agent. So if there's anybody who wants a match, looking for a fun matchup, I'm game, man. I don't care who you are, where you are. You're Canada, United States, Puerto Rico, Mexico. I'm going.
Dude, so me and Chris have been talking, obviously our thing's the round robins, but that ain't only our thing. You know what I'm saying? So we want to maybe try to put together sort of like a Monster Factory type event, where it's just super matches and have everybody down. So it'd be cool to get you down here, man. That'd be cool.
I would be honored to be down there with you guys. It'd be an honor. I love it.
We could definitely find you a match. We got a lot of 54 guys here.
Yeah, actually, I know you have Jeff Weir.
Yeah, Jeff's down here. Yeah,
he actually is from. Funny thing about, he's from my area. I went to high school with him. We were wrestling training partners back in the day in high school.
That's crazy.
And I used to be. I was a little bit bigger than him, and now he's a little bit bigger than me.
I pulled Jeff a lot, man. I pulled him a lot. Luckily, I've got do it.
He came to my practice recently, not too long ago. It was before the match with Kevin.
Oh, okay, cool. Heck yeah. I like Jeff, man. He's a cool dude.
He is cool.
I would say our best 54 right now, right-handed, is probably Justin Daugherty.
Huh?
Dude's 17 years old.
No way.
Crushes me every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have nothing for it. I'm just being real. He is a monster, and people don't know him because he don't get to travel because he's in school, right? And but do you know Dalton Baumgartner?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his protege. So there you go.
There
And
you
they have some dogs already. They have Landon Anderson, #1 teen, right? Got wins on Adam Wierzinski, Robbie Russell. He beat Dagum. Who was it he beat?
Austin Jaggers.
Austin Jaggers. The kid's
Whoa.
17 years old, 220 pounds, and got wins on all three of them.
Wow.
Find me another one, And it's like Justin Daugherty is their training partner, so they're all killers, man. I'm telling you, he needs a big match.
If you also, not for nothing, we got a couple of guys up here that are climbing up the ranks. I got this guy, Paulie Park, that I train with. He just recently beat Imeda. He beat Alec Guth. So he's on a tear. So he's a 176 guy. Tall, very much like you. Very tall, long levered. Just monster puller. He's somebody who needs to get out there more. So if I'm coming down, I want him to get him a match too.
Dude, maybe we can set something up like a Tennessee versus New York or something, man.
Ooh, I like that.
Dude, how sick would that be? Smoky Mountains versus the Big Apple. Something serious.
I'm liking it even better.
Dude, we'll talk offline. We'll do it.
Yes.
We'll figure something out, man. That'll be sick.
Hell yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
Well,
I like that idea. I do.
What'd you say, Dan?
One of my teammates actually owns a tattoo shop down in Tennessee.
Where at?
Outside of Nashville. I gotta remember the name. I'll send you the name once I get it.
I got you. Okay. Heck yeah, man. We'd definitely see if we can make something happen, bro. That'd be cool.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Well, Dan, we've been on about an hour, man. I don't know how long you got, but dude, I'm just sitting here chilling. If you leave it to me, I'll ramble all day and night, bro.
Same here.
I don't know what y'all got planned.
Well, I do have to work in the morning.
I got you. Yeah, luckily I'm off tomorrow, so
it's still early for me. But I'm a Puerto Rican Jew. I like to talk about anything and everything.
Yeah, dude.
Being from New York, it doesn't help my talking out.
I feel you, man. Hey, where's Brandon Elsesser, close to you?
Not terribly close. No, he's more upstate.
He's a dog, man.
6 hours, 7 hours away.
He's good, bro.
Oh my God, he's a monster.
What he did to Robbie, really. Don't get me wrong, he was the favorite going in, obviously. Robbie knew he was the underdog, but jeez.
I gotta say that I don't know if you remember at the first ID protest, there was a three-way between him, Mike Aiello, and Paul Passmore, and he really impressed me there as well. He held off. It was an insane three-way, and I think he actually came out on top. I think he won it.
Dude, I was the cameraman for him and Robbie's match, right? I'm up there filming.
That must have been awesome.
Bro. Well, it was my tournament, right? So at any of my tournaments, I try to stay non-biased, right? I don't want to cheer for too over heavily, but Robbie's my guy, man. I met him through football. I got him into the sport. He is ascended, bro, beyond any measure. And so obviously I'm going to have a little bit of bias, but bro, the way he did Robbie that first match, I was like, yeesh, holy crap, this dude's for real.
Oh yeah.
But Brandon's a beast, man. I got to give him credit. He's a dog right now.
Absolutely. He's grinding it out. Love seeing him work. Let's see, who else we got up in the Northeast that's been killing? Oh, super heavyweight Nick Stone.
Let me ask you a question. We got another team down here. So Tennessee, bro, it's known as the teams.
What are you feeding these children? What are you giving these children, yo?
I don't know, but okay, let me ask you. Did you happen to see the viral video between David Terrell and Devin?
No, I didn't.
You did. I'm going to send it to you after this. Okay, it happened this past January.
Yes.
Keep in mind, I know how Devin arm wrestles in the tournament. He could care less about almost getting pinned. But you got taking into account that this kid's only been arm wrestling for 2.5 years, and he's 17 years old, right? Okay, let's fast forward. I'll send you that later. He just pulled Corey Bresnan, 3-0'd him both hands.
Ooh.
I think he's 18 now, right? His name's
Yes.
David Terrell. He's from Tennessee. We got all the young
Love
talent,
that.
bro.
I love that. That's
Him, Landon, those two kids right there, they will be the future. I promise you. They better remember those two names.
all right.
I'm serious.
A big guy for him too. This guy, Big Dan. He's 285, 23 years old. He started when he was 20, and he's been in it for 3 years now, on and off. So give or take a full year and a half. But he's strong. Like he's got that young, strong bones and strength. Like he was on my story actually. The guy who I was pulling with on my story on Instagram. This kid has got a great future. Give him about another 2 years. Like all the other guys, they just fresh out of high school. They're just getting their feet wet with, finding out where they put their lives and their dedications and whatnot. But once he's, up and running and on all cylinders firing, I'd say the super heavies are in trouble, right and left, because I'd say he's about as equally as strong in both arms.
That might be a match we can make happen, man, with the New York, Tennessee deal. We got it. There you go. Look, we're already putting matches together, man. I'll take one. Chris will take one. I can give Robbie, my buddy Ed, dude. We can put something together. Trust me. I think we can make something happen cool.
Absolutely.
I like that idea.
Big Apple in the Smoky Mountains. I can see it, man.
I'm liking
it.
Hunter, I'm doing a nice little flyer for us.
Yeah. You already know I do it. People probably get tired of seeing my posts, man. I'll be posting once a day. New video every day. I try, new graphics. I enjoy it.
Because you're playing. You're having fun with it, and you're sharing your fun experience with the world to see. I like it. I enjoy it.
I tell Chris, I'm like, y'all are going to get tired, but here's another video.
You kidding me? Once I discovered a filter app, my wife wanted to shoot me because I was playing with the filters and was like, oh, look at this. I made this picture look so much cooler. She goes, all right, stop it already.
I think one reason I like doing it, man, is just because I feel like as a competitor, if I have a match at a promotion, I would enjoy that. I would enjoy seeing a new video of me every week, every day. I feel like that's I'm trying to make them stars, and I can only do it so much as far as money, sponsorships. Me and Chris is paying for all this stuff out of his pocket, bill money. We're doing this out of bill money. We're little guys. We couldn't do it without support from like Bob Brown and
exactly.
Like Corey Miller and Tim Talmadge. And dude, so many people are involved. But like when it comes to the videos and the graphics, I feel like I really want to make these people feel like they're somebody, like they're important because they are the stars. That's the top 12, 98 guys in North America, period. They should be recognized as stars, right?
They should feel like that. Absolutely.
Not all these guys get to go to East West. Some of them do. A lot of them have. But there's no reason why we can't have that same effect in the United States, dude. We can put on events just like East West. They can be stars over here. When they go to East West, they got people taking pictures with them. Hey, let me get your autograph. Dude, we can do that here, man. So it's like the more promotion they get, the more promotion I can give them. Let's go, bro. I'm not going to complain about that at all. I love doing it, man. That's what I love it, man. I love doing like graphics and.
Well, it shows. You have pride and quality in your work. It shows.
I definitely do, man. I definitely do. I need to reverse that to actually competing.
Well, when it's time, when you're ready to go ahead, because not for nothing, I gotta say, yeah, you've gotten good and strong at arm wrestling, but you still haven't gotten into your old man tendons.
Yeah, no, that gives me hope.
Yeah, so give yourself another 10 years of killing it with these promotions. 10 years from now, you'll be killing everyone at number one.
Yep, you're right, man. You're right. I hope so, man. I hope so. But yeah, man, I'm gonna talk to you offline. We're gonna see if we can put something together, man. And
Sounds good, man. I look forward to it.
you got any pages you want to shout out? Do you have a TikTok, YouTube? Shout
Um,
whatever you want out, bro.
Yeah, my YouTube channel is Dan the Nightmare. Instagram is also Dan the Nightmare. I also have my Primetime Pullers Instagram and Facebook page. That's my team where we're going to be going up to Canada, and then we're going to be trying to hit about 4 tournaments a year next year. As a sponsor team, maybe Tennessee will be one of them. And also, make sure you follow my #1 supporter and sponsor, New York Cryogen Incorporated. He is going to change the landscape of recovery as we know it. After surgeries, after injuries, motor vehicle accidents, sports injuries, anything that causes the ouch. This man is a pain extinguisher with his high pressurized cryotherapy. He's the #1 supporter. He's making big waves across the world, not just in the United States. He's got over 2.2 million followers on Instagram. Give him a follow.
Wow. Okay. Heck yeah, man. I'll definitely check that out, bro. Well, hey, Dan, look, man, any time you want to come on here and kick it, bro, I'm always, as you can see, I ramble on. Sometimes I run out of things to say, bro. Come on, bro. You can come on here with us anytime and chat with anybody. No matter if I got other guests, come on anytime. You're more than welcome. Seriously.
I appreciate it. And as same anytime I have a podcast or something like that, let me know. If you want to talk about recovery options, learn about something with recovery, I'm happy to share my knowledge and skill set, because I want every arm wrestler to know pain is not a necessity to get better at arm wrestling.
That's true, bro. You're right about that, man. Hey, Chris, he might be talking to you, dude.
I think he might. My elbows are shit.
My elbows hurt. Come on now. Hit the man up.
Look at these. Well, hell, you can't see them, but, dude, they're freaking long and pointy. They hurt like hell. Feels like they're popping out of socket every time I'm pulling, but I just keep on doing it.
If your tires looked in half the condition on your car that your elbows feel, you'd replace them in a heartbeat and take good care of them. Think of your elbows, your body, as your vehicle to get around, man. That's the one vehicle you are living with for the rest of your life. Might as well invest in it. It's a mindset.
Right.
You're right.
No, I get it, but damn. I just don't know how to get them to stop hurting. That's the thing. I don't know if it's where I've gotten so damn old, and it's just arthritis, or what it is, but it fucking hurts.
Well, I will say there is a big merit. There's a lot of merit to making sure you have the right supplements in your diet. Collagen, which is heavy in like beef broth and naturally in beef broth and stuff like that. But taking a collagen supplement is super important. I happen to like a very specific product. It's called, it's from a company called Protein Essentials. And it's a CBD infused collagen. So it actually helps reduce the inflammation. And not all collagen works for people. There's different types of collagen. The type 2 is specific to our joint recovery and repair. So you need to make sure you find the right collagen and pair it with something that reduces inflammation, because not for nothing, don't just throw a supplement in your body and think it's going to make you feel better, because if you're in a state of inflammation, your body's going to burn up that supplement and you lose a good portion of the efficacy of it. So you have to take something that's going to be an anti-inflammatory before that can be effective.
Yeah, that makes sense. Did Chris die on us? That might be a sign, I guess.
Collagen is the #1 thing that if you haven't already participated in it, but also rest, iced, heat, and compression. Rice, and elevation. So those steps help with healing, but there's also more intense recoveries. Cryotherapy, I actually think there is there's an affiliate for New York Cryogen in Tennessee. They're going to be all over the nation. So look up pressurized cryotherapy near me. It's they're going to be soon covered by insurance as well. So that's going to be something to be huge, because a lot of these recovery services, sometimes you have to pay out of pocket for, and they're not the cheapest of cheap. But if your insurance covers it, why not?
Yeah, that's right, man. Hey, while we're talking about supplements, let me shout out Carl Sagan. He sponsored the 98 round robin. He just shipped me some supplements for Nat Fit from Louisiana Nat Fit. So the winner will get those, and I just wanted to shout him out.
I love NatFit stuff. The flavors, the Mountain Dew one, the King of the Hill. Woo! Have you tried that one yet?
No, I don't really take supplements, but he shipped it to me. But I'm gonna try. Once I start training again, I really want to get back into.
You gotta try that, man. It tastes just like freaking Mountain Dew. It's amazing. And then
I forgot what Mountain Dew tastes like, man. I ain't had soda in 10 years.
Well, that this actually might be keep going. Grab one instead.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, Chris.
I am so sorry. Something happened. Somebody called in that kicked me completely out. I do apologize.
No, you're good, man. We're just talking about recovery and stuff and supplements.
Just wanted to. What the thing was? Do you take collagen, Chris?
No.
Okay, so collagen is where you should start. See if that helps with the pain.
Okay.
I'll send you a link as to what collagen that I take. That I swear by it, man. And I actually have went a week without it just to see if it really truly worked, and it was a week of hell. It was a week of hell.
There you go, Chris. That's what you need to look into, dude.
Well, that sounds great. I appreciate that. That would be awesome.
All right, guys. Well, again, Dan, come on anytime, bro. We usually do it 2, 3, 4 times a week. So, again, anytime you're bored, man, or want to come on, chat, want to come on, promote your stuff, anytime. Seriously, man.
Appreciate it. Like same as me as well.
We're going to get you down here, man. We're going to plan something.
Looking forward to it.
All right, dog. Flex on them.
Woo!
All right, guys. Thanks for kicking it with us.
Having me.
That's it.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Yeah, that was a good one, man. Dan's a cool guy. That's the first time I really talked to him, Dan's cool, man. We'll see if we can make something happen. When New York
I really like that idea of New York versus Tennessee. I mean, it's gonna be badass.
We can make it happen, and we will.
I think we need to.
So
most definitely.
So that's episode 8. Tomorrow, episode 9. Tune in. We will have Mr. Tim Talmadge, the head referee of the 198 round robin. He's going to come on and talk. Any questions y'all want to ask, send them in. We'll ask him. He's going to be the man over it all as far as officiating. So really going to hear his input on, reffing. We hired the best. He's the best in the country, and that's what we think of him, and can't wait to have him on, man, to talk to him. So tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, and we will talk to Tim Talmadge. Until then, peace out, guys.